Ang nasaktan ako guys, not because sa paninira nila Maharlika, because alam ko yung katotohanan and alam ko yung takbo ng demolition job ni na Maharlika. So non-issue yan sa akin. Ang nagiging issue sa akin is, itong mga tao na tinulungan ko last election, sila pa pala yung nag-feed ng information kina Maharlika, and they twisted the truth to make it appear na ako yung nang i-extort ako ng money. Diba, that's very libelous. Yung accusation na yan is very libelous. Pero confident masyado itong si Maharlika mag-libel kasi nga nasa US siya. So guys, kung alam nyo din ang address ng mga taong nandun, I'll try to talk to my lawyers if ano yung liability nila, because sila yung nagdi-discuss eh. So if you can provide their complete name and their addresses, please send it to me sa messenger ko. Kasi ipapakita ko yung video sa lawyer ko bukas to ask if ano yung liability nila, dahil ako yung pinag-uusapan nila. I will not let any, accusation, unverified accusation sa akin. Yung mga fabricated news about me. I won't let that happen.
Shout out us Reaction Vlog YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe.
Si Mark Lu, sabi niya, kita mo na yung video ni Vice Ganda making FPRRD. Okay. Yeah, yan si Vice Ganda. Ano yan siya eh? He pala kasi may titi pa yan. He's actually one of the few reasons bakit hindi mapapas into law yung SOGI bill na yan, because nga abusive na nga siya, na there are other measures like the Anti-Discrimination Bill, Safe Spaces Act na i-implement ng government ngayon. How much more pag nandun na yung SOGI bill, magiging feeling powerful na talaga yung baklang ukliban na yan. So ang masasabi ko lang is, huwag nyo nang pansinin kung ano yung mga pasaring niya, because insensitive yan siya. Hindi niya alam kung ano yung feeling ng mawala ng magulang, i-detain sa The Hague na for cases that are yet to be proven, parang ganyan. Hindi niya yan mafe-feel. Pero ito na lang, hintayin niyo mataychi yung yung nanay niya, 'di ba? Iiyak yan. Balikan niyo siya pag mataychi yung nanay niya. Ayoko yung mga attitude na ganyan eh. Imagine minamock niya yung matanda, 80, ilang taon na ba si Tatay Digong? 80 years old. Tapos minamock ng putang inang Vice Ganda na yan. So, huwag niyong patulan siya ngayon. Hintayin niyo mataychi yung nanay niya. Doon niyo siya pagtawanan para ma-feel niya how it feels like na pinagtatawanan yung mahal mo sa buhay na nawala sa piling mo because of the Trump charges that are being filed against him by the current administration. Yun lang yun. Sige, hindi pa sana ako magsa-start, pero parami na yung nanonood sa atin. Shout out ko muna si Sam Martyr. Thank you for the 100 stars. And of course to Bones Militar. Nitanaw dahil sila dire. Hi Konsi, Bones Militar. Thank you for the 500 stars. Salamat. Thank you for watching. Okay. So, shout out to Ledge. Thank you, Ledge. Wala kasing walang water sa bahay ngayon. May parang line ata ng water namin na inayos ng water district. So, nakiligo ako kina Ledge. Shout out sa inyo. Thank you for Ben. To Ben pala. Sino pa ba? Mas fresh ka, Idol Bonds. Sa pa ba? Okay, 1,000 viewers. Okay, enough na to na viewers. Okay. So first guys, ang agenda natin ngayon is I'm going to answer all the accusations levied against me by Maharlika, Edwin Hamora, Julius Milenio aka Maui Spencer or Princess Maui in YouTube. Sino pa yun? Yumi Santiago, Kate, and Channel 167 yun, si Nelson Guzmanos yung dinakip sa EDSA for a certain case. Sino pa ba? Yun sila, yung mga minions ni Maharlika. Kasi they are accusing me na nag-e-extort daw ako ng 5,000 worth ng flight. Clarify ko lang to ha. I was in Manila last year since August ata, if I am not mistaken, until the end of January. Natapos ko yung project ko. Tapos by February 14, uuwi na sana ako ng Davao because nga tapos na yung project ko, and pag February 14 kasi sa Davao, nandito yung circle of friends ko, so mas masaya dito. Ang nangyari, a certain Dean Anthony contacted me to join or to attend the PDP Laban Proclamation Rally sa Club Filipino. At first, sinabihan ko sila, ito yung flight ko, February 14, tapos yung event pala, if I'm not mistaken, February 14 din. Tapos, I think, na ano siya, na rebook yung flight February 15 or 16 ata. I'm not so sure with the dates now, pero ganyan, yan yung takbo ng usapan at that time. So sinabi nila, don't worry because we are going to cover the flight going to Davao. So mag-rebook ka lang. So I was at La Sema with one of my friends in Davao. Nagpa-massage kami doon, kumain kami. Tapos I realized na I need to rebook because nga palapit na yung date. Tapos when I tried rebooking sa PAL na website, there was an error at that time. So I contacted the PAL agent. So yun yung na-post ko, yan yung pinost ko sa comment section na screenshot. Chinat ko sila kasi nga I was asking if paano ba because walang rebooking sa PAL. So sinabi nila may error daw sa ko. So because of the inconvenience, they are going to waive the 2,000 parang penalty for the rebooking. Parang yan yung usapan namin. But I have to pay additional 3,800 plus. So that would make my flight additional 5,000. So parang kung sa Bisaya pa, gansi na kay ko, dako na kay akong bayro nun. So that's the reason why instead of rebooking my flight, I book a new flight. Kasi nga, I was told that they are going to reimburse that. So sila yung lumapit, they were asking for my help at that time because they want Attorney Jimmy Bondoc to be helped out sa campaign niya. And because of that, I wholeheartedly accepted naman the terms and conditions namin for that. And of course, I just wanna clarify everything before ko i-discuss yung matter na ito, na during the campaign, walang binayad si Attorney Jimmy sa akin and yung iba pang PDP Laban members. I was doing it for free. I'm posting them, I'm helping them out, I'm doing it for free. Wala silang binayad sa akin kahit single peso. Wala talaga. So let me be clear on that lang. So ganito yung nangyari. I was at the Club Filipino na, so nandun na lahat ng mga senatorial candidates, nandun na din yung mga supporters, mga members ng PDP Laban. So ito si Dean Anthony, he introduced me to JD. And JD, siya yung nag-comment kanina na he can attest that I didn't ask for that 5,000 flight ticket. Sila yung nag-approach sa akin, ganyan. So okay, ganito na. I was also introduced to certain Cindy Cruz, and I was just made aware lang just very recently na siya pala yung campaign manager ni Jimmy Bondoc. Okay? So I have nothing against Dean, wala akong issue kay Cindy Cruz, wala akong issue kay JD. But just 2 days or 3 days ago, if hindi ako nagkakamali, someone approached me telling na may pinipedal daw na narrative ito si Cindy Cruz na deads daw ako kay Dean. Guys, kung kilala nyo yung yung character ko, yung persona ko, whenever I met someone, parang sa Bisaya pa, nagapasiaw ko always sa ilaha, gina-joke, ginatawag na ko pogi, ginatawag na ko ang gwapo-gwapo mo, ganyan, even if hindi naman gwapo, sinasabihan ko pa ang fresh mo, kahit hindi naman fresh, parang ganyan, yan yung attitude ko guys, and alam yan ng mga kaibigan ko na, I always tell them that, kahit naman na hindi talaga totoo, it's just to boost their, their confidence, their self-esteem, ganyan, and wala talaga, wala akong emotional connection with Dean Anthony, parang ganyan, so, nung nakaabot yung chismis na yan sa akin, I confronted privately si Dean. Tinanong ko siya, sino to si Cindy Cruz? Bakit siya nagpe-pedal ng narrative na ito? And accepted naman ni Dean talaga na it is not a chismis, but mga biruan nila. Okay? Mga biruan nila. So nagbibiruan sila. So I understand. Then I also send a private message to Cindy Cruz. Sinabi ko sa, hey, ikaw ba ang nagpapakalat ng issue na to? Kung magpapakalat ka ng issue, galingan mo naman, sa facts lang tayo, parang ganyan. Ang sinabi ni Cindy Cruz, I was unaware of that issue. So ganyan. So I just replied, okay. Non-issue, wala na, because I confronted them privately as every rational person should do, diba? Pag may problema, you have to talk to the people involved privately and resolve the concern privately too. Now, all of a sudden, a certain supporter from Davao who is close to the Duterte family sent me a link in YouTube because nakita niya daw na ako daw ang naging topic nila Maharlika et al. Nila Edwin Hamora, nila Julius Milanio aka Maui Spencer. Ako daw yung topic nila. Tapos ang first daw, nagpapakita daw ng screenshot saying na, hey, susumbong ko kayo kay Baste. Ganyan. They put the in a wrong context. Ang point ko kasi at that time, I was really thinking na ito si Cindy Cruz and si Dean are really part of the PDP Laban. So ang sinasabi ko ngayon na isusumbong ko sila, it's because Baste is now the new president of the PDP Laban and Baste doesn't want members who are fabricating stories just to malign the character of other supporters. Alam ko yan. So yan yung sinasabi ko na isusumbong ko sila kay Baste. I wasn't talking about like pamimera nila kung may mga money making scheme ba sila dyan. Wala. I was talking about yung confrontation namin dahil nga sa rumor na allegedly spread by Cindy Cruz. Yan yung katotohanan dyan. Now, nung tiningnan ko yung video, anyway, naka-screen record na pala yan because isi-send ko to sa lawyer ko kasi sinabi nga nila, it's very libelous kasi nga, Maharlika was accusing me of extorting 5,000 money daw. Diba? Nakaka-insulto yan, guys. 5,000 is really, really, really cheap. Okay? During the Cebu, nag-book ako 3 hours before my flight and unable to pay it on my own. Pumunta ako ng Cebu during the Sinulog. I paid for my flight, 10,000 one way lang. Kinaya ko yan. I did not ask help from anybody. Because nga, kaya kong magbayad ng ganyan. So, nakaka-insulto that they are accusing me of extorting money worth 5,000. 5,000 is so cheap. Again, kahapon, I had dinner with some of my friends in Davao and I paid for everything. Cost around, 10,000. For food lang yan, for dinner lang. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I don't remember asking help from any of the Duterte supporters, unlike them. I did not even solicit money or fundraise money para lang, anong tawag dyan? I didn't fundraise money for my own. Para maka-benefit ako. I was able to raise money during my Tukhat program in 2021. And I also able to, it was not me who raised money during the EDSA, but it's the people who are sending me help para ipakain sa mga tao sa EDSA kasi nakikita nila na walang pagkain doon. And yan, clear na tayo dyan. Tapos na ang issue na yan. So ang issue ko is, they are accusing me that I'm extorting money daw. That accusation is really, really factually incorrect. Walang katotohanan yan. At ang hindi ko maintindihan, why are they making a big deal of that 5,000 flight? Kung ganito naman, ang pinagtataka ko pa guys is this. Yung private conversation namin ni Cindy and ni Dean, umabot kina Maharlika. So does that tell me if mali ba ako? Meaning to say, kasi hindi ko naman friends yan sila Maharlika. So sino ang nagbigay ng screenshot na yan? So either it's Cindy or Dean. Now, kanina, when I posted about them, yung mga taga-PDP, they reach out to me and they said that Dean pala and Cindy are not members of the PDP Laban. Instead, they are part of the campaign ni Attorney Jimmy Bondoc. So yan, clear ko ang issue na to because nakakahiya guys na 5,000 lang ini-extort ko pa from Duterte supporters. Hindi yan, hindi dapat ganyan. If man lang siguro kung if we talk about extortion, I think it's them, 'di ba? They are raising money for flood victims, they are raising money for EDSA rally and wala namang umabot doon. No liquidation and everything. So yan yung story behind that 5,000 ticket. And kanina ito, clarify ko that in my entire existence, there are only 3 people na nakasilimuha ko talking about flight. So, sa listahan ko nga una is si Cathy Binag. Si Cathy Binag, I'm calling her ate because wala naman talaga kaming away. Si Cathy, she offered me a back and forth ticket to Hong Kong during the campaign. I refused. So meaning to say, non-issue yung pag-offer ni Cathy sa akin. So, it's not part of the issue, okay? Secondly, a certain Vivienne, yung tumulong kina Maui, kina Pebbles, at yung iba pang mga tao, yung nag-book ng flight nila during the Maisog Rally in Hong Kong, nag-offer din siya sa akin ng back and forth flight from Manila to Davao, from Manila to Davao, Davao to Manila. And it's not about, it has nothing to do with politics. It's because may business deal siya with one of my friends here in Davao na ako yung nagiging point person at that time. So, non-issue. And the last one na nakasilimuha ko when it comes to ticket talaga ay itong team ni Attorney Jimmy Bondoc, sina Cindy, Dean, and si JD. But si JD, at least, at the very least, clarify niya na I wasn't extorting money and hindi ako yung nag-ask. They asked for my help. So, ang nasaktan ako guys, not because sa paninira nila Maharlika, because alam ko yung katotohanan and alam ko yung takbo ng demolition job ni na Maharlika. So, non-issue yan sa akin. Ang nagiging issue sa akin is, itong mga tao na tinulungan ko last election, sila pa pala yung nag-feed ng information kina Maharlika and they twisted the truth to make it appear na ako yung nang i-extort ako ng money. Diba, that's very libelous. Yung accusation na yan is very libelous. Pero, confident masyado itong si Maharlika mag-libel kasi nga, nasa US siya. So guys, kung alam nyo din ang address ng mga taong nandun, I'll try to talk to my lawyers if ano yung liability nila because sila yung nagdi-discuss So if you can provide their complete name and their addresses, please send it to me sa messenger ko. Kasi ipapakita ko yung video sa lawyer ko bukas to ask if ano yung liability nila dahil ako yung pinag-uusapan nila. I will not let any, accusation, unverified accusation sa akin. Yung mga fabricated news about me. I won't let that happen. And alam nyo ba guys, na lahat ng paninira ng mga Marcos supporters sa akin, may mga naka-authenticate yan actually lahat. May timestamp. Kasi I will not file a case against them as of the moment kasi hawak pa nila halos lahat Pagbabaliktad ang panahon, sila talaga yung uunahin ko. And trust me, I will really, really do that. Yes. So, basa muna ako dito. Shout out from Valenzuela City to Maan San Roque Angeles, to Neil Corlian Galion, watching Team Bahay from Butuan. Sino pa? So, Eric Cruz. Shuri daw, nag-rage bait lang si Horsey. Huwag niyo yung pakinggan si Vice Ganda. Walang kwenta yan. Sino ba? From Angeles City, Pampanga. From Alabang, Muntinlupa, we have Raquel Olandesca. Thank you as well for the stars. Salamat po. Sino pa dito? Si mga Team Canor, walang silbi ang contents, wala namang weight sa national discourse. Yan yung sinasabi ko guys, in one of my posts. Kasi nga, sa nakikita naman ninyo, di ba? I-review nyo yung i-review nyo yung feed ko, i-review nyo yung account ko. I rarely talk about the personal lives of private individuals. Ang dinidiscuss ko talaga guys ay national issues. Because nga, I was given this platform, you guys are following me, and I think it's also my responsibility to share my thoughts, my opinions online, so that it would help you, parang may guide kayo ba na, okay, tama yung sinabi ni Tio dito, dito mali si Cho dito. So ganyan. So hindi iba yung opinion namin when it comes to this issue. But at the very least, may discourse, may political discourse. Ang ginagawa kasi ni na Maharlika at yung mga kasamahan niya, mga minions niya, is ginigiba yung bawat supporter. And ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, nagiging pattern na yan ng mga Marcos and Romualdez supporter in 2022 and 2023. I used to be friends with them. But then again, there was this one person who told me na mag-ingat ka sa mga taong ito dahil ikaw ang next target. And in just few days ata or 2 weeks ata yun, ako na ang naging target. Biglang sumulpot ang Politic PH na page na ako halos ang content. And what they are doing at that time is they are recycling the issues that Jam Magno has used against me since 2021. Kaso ng kuya ko, nagnakaw daw ako ng towel, yung mga damit ko daw hindi daw branded, pangit daw yung bahay namin. So, yung mga issues na yan, kung ano-ano na lang yung pinagsasabi nila, and natapos na yan, ginamit na yan ni Jam Magno, pero naging recycled pa rin siya ng Politic PH na page. And after that, ginawa nilang, ginawa nilang ginawa lang Bible of Truth yung Politic PH na naging source na lang ng information about me. Kasi nga sinasabi nila nagdo-dox daw sila sa live ko, tapos pinost pa nila yung details ng mama ko na na-stroke. Sinasabi pa nila na wala daw akong tinulong sa mama ko na na-stroke. Ako naman talaga ang tumulong sa lahat ng yon. So walang katotohanan yung pinagsasabi nila, but I'm immune to that. And sinabihan ko na, kinausap ko na rin yung family ko na if you hear things about this, alam nyo naman ang katotohanan, and part talaga yan because I open myself to public. So nagiging open ako for public criticisms because nga public naman yung lahat ng mga ginagawa ko sa buhay, naka-public naman halos lahat. 'Di ba? So yan yon. So non-issue talaga yan. Pero ngayon, the same narratives ang pinipedal ni na Maharlika, Edwin Hamora, yung mga tao na na-mention ko kanina. The same narrative because wala silang makita sa akin. Hindi naman ako namimera, unlike them. Hindi naman ako nakikita ninyo nagsusulicit for something. Yun. So, yun lang. Ano pa? Watching from Talisay City, Cebu, si Nur Hosin Tutu. Sino pa ba? Mag-shoutout muna ako. Shoutout to Josephine Puntilio Lorono. Thank you for the stars. Imagine ha, ito pa. Pati yung beautification ko, issue sa kanila. Anong pakialam ninyo kung nagpapaganda yung tao? Kung afford naman. 'Di ba? Issue sa kanila kasi nga nagsusolicit daw ako, namimera daw ako sa mga followers for my beautification. Grabe. Oh my God, that kind of discourse really is something na parang only fools would believe that it is the truth. Ito, watching na naman si Attorney Lara. Hello, Attorney. Attorney Lara, I'm gonna send you the link, ha? Charot lang. And tingnan mo kung ano ang liability ng mga taong yun na, parang nakikip-conspire kay Maharlika for accusing me that I have extorted money daw from certain persons sa team ni Jimmy Bondoc. Pero wala. Sino pa? Oh my God, umuulan. Shout out to Dr. Marnie Libria Castaños. Thank you, Doc, for everything. Salamat sa Jotox. Charot. And sa lahat ng ginawa mo sa mukha ko. So guys, if gusto niyo gumanda din kahit konti man lang, punta kayo sa Laxmed. Charot lang. Ay. Shout out to Rizal DT. Shout out from Davao City, Anros Ambalong, Nathaniel Kule. Go, tarayan mo ang 2 kilong makeup ni Vice. Shout out po from UAA. So again guys, ito din kay ano na yan sila magaling kasi mag-PR yung mga kakampings. Alam nyo ba, yan, aside from the fact na may mga talaga sila, may machinery, may funds sila to do that, they leverage sa mga ABS-CBN actors and actresses. Nagiging attack dog yan nila. Kasi nga, hindi naman natin talaga madi-deny na kahit yung mga starlet pa lang sa ABS-CBN, may following sila. And the moment that they talk about Duterte, the moment that they talk about for example, VP Sara, Tatay Digong, Baste, Bolong, and everyone in the Duterte family, so may mga tao talaga na parang i-amplify nila yung message ng idol nila. So since yun na nga, ginawa na naman ni Vice Ganda, imagine ha, ginawa pa before yung rape joke ni Vice Ganda kay Jessica Soho, nagiging national conversation yun And alam mo ba, nag-apologize lang si Vice Ganda at that time as if nothing happened. So ganyan yung ugali ng baklang yan. So isa pa, may following din siya, part of ABS-CBN din siya. So, of course, yung narrative niya talaga is really against the Dutertes. Pero ito lang yung masasabi ko, huwag nyo nang pansinin yung sinasabi niya na minamak niya yung pagkaditain ni Tatay Digong sa dahig. Ang hintayin nyo na lang ay ma-tai chi yung nanay niya. Doon nyo tawanan. Para naman I'm not saying this because I have a bad attitude. I'm saying this because he also deserves the dose of his own medicine. Kasi nga, unfair masyado na siya lang yung nang-attack tapos hindi siya aatakihin. Unfair masyado na siya lang yung nagmamak ng tao pero sarili niyang pamilya ayaw niyang imak. So hintayin nyo, matanda naman yung nanay niya, so kukunin na din yan ng Satanas soon. Ano pa? Superpower ang lighting effect. Actually guys, sinadya ko ito kasi yung background ko is parang brownish na grayish yan na doon. So bumili talaga ako ng dalawang light. So look at this if I'm gonna see, diba? Iba siya. Diba? Dyan. Ganyan lang. From Bungaw, Tawi-Tawi, Brent, Zal, Almendras, shout out sa'yo dyan. Vice ganda yawa, sabi ni Cheza Mia Magsaya Encanto. Ano pa ba? Oh, biyahe ni Kuya Hill PH. Follow nyo siya, guys. Marami siyang mga good videos. Shout out sa'yo. Again, thank you sa mga nagsisend ng stars, ha. Imagine, guys, ha, itong pagsisend nyo ng stars, naging big deal pa to kay Maui. Hindi ko alam bakit tinatawag niya yung sarili niyang Princess Maui kung may itlog pa siya. 'Di ba? May gender identity tayo, pero meron din tayong grammar. So if you use she for a person na may itlog pa, so it's grammatically incorrect. So gamitin niyo yung he. So paano siya naging Princess Maui kung mukha siyang prince? Ay, hindi nga siya mukhang prince. Mukha siyang Uncle Red. Ayun, ito na yung term, mambobola ka pala, Sir Tio. Yes, yan yung yan yung ginawa nilang big deal. Kasi nga mahilig ako mambola, mga ganyan-ganyan. So feeling nila deads na deads ako sa isang tao. Hindi ako pumapatol sa Pinoy, guys. Ito ang sabi ni Lisa Abelia Rendoque. Please discuss your issues with each other privately. We follow you guys because you support PRRD. If you don't mind, please stay on track. Thank you. Lisa, you should tell them that. Because yung advice mo, that's exactly what I did. I sent a private message to Dean and Cindy. Okay? Kasi I want to resolve the issue privately. Kasi naman, hindi naman talaga kami politiko. We shouldn't be, the subject of someone's content on social media. Because just like you, we are also just supporters of the Duterte family. Their policies and their governance. Ganyan. So kung may problema dito, sila yon. Because in the first place, the first question that you should ask yourself is this. Why was the private conversation sent to Maharlika? What exactly is the purpose on that? Okay? Ano bang purpose nila? Bakit na sinisend yung private conversation kay Maharlika? And for me, the way I assess the situation, it is to fuel their narrative so that they can twist it and make it appear na ako yung bad person when in fact what I did is to really chatted them privately to resolve that rumor, that issue, that alleged chismis na ginawa kuno ni Cindy Cruz. I can drop names because I believe this is not libelous. It happened and I can name names pa ng mga tao na nagsabi sa akin. So if yun na nga, if yung argument mo is to settle all these accusations privately, then tell them because in the first place I already sent them a message privately to resolve this issue. Pro Kachipan ang Team Canor. Yes, bigyan sa kanila yung 5,000. Tucho, we all be Bisaya, full circle tayo. I know Irene Labastida. I know. Thank you for your support. And I know that the Bisaya people understand what I'm talking about because most of the Bisaya really have common sense and they can judge whether or not sino yung nagsasabi ng katotohanan dito. So, yan lang naman. Dol, nag-deactivate lagi FB ang Hontiveros. I don't know, kasi I was blocked. Okay, speaking of Risa, so guys, tama yung sinabi ko sa inyo. I was there, yung mga staff ni Risa Hontiveros are sitting in front of me. So, nasa second row kasi ako. Tapos yung mga staff ni Risa Hontiveros nasa harap ko. Tapos of course, I can see that Risa Hontiveros is parang she's navigating her phone from time to time ba. Tapos when I zoom it in, para bang nasa WhatsApp na GC ata if I'm not mistaken ha. Don't quote me on this. I'm just telling you what I have observed at that time. So this is not fake news. This is my personal observation. Okay? So anong nangyari? Ayun na. Tumayo na si Riza, ganyan. Of course, habang tumatayo si Riza, nagsuzoom in ako para makuha ko siya kasi medyo nga malayo ako since yung mga staff niya nasa front. Tapos all of a sudden, pinuntahan ako ng isang security ng SAAS ba yan, ng Senate. Tinanong niya ako, sabi niya, Sir, may I ask kung sino yung senator na nag-invite sa'yo dito? Sabi ko, oh why? Who's asking? Parang sinabihan ko, tinanong ko yung security, sabi niya, si Risa Hontiveros na nagpapatay ko, why, ano ba? Bakit ba? Sabi niya, because you are taking photos of her staff daw. Sabi ko, anong taking photos? Ganyan. Wala naman akong ginawang ganyan. Tapos, pinakita ko sa kanya yung gallery ko. So, nakita niya na, of course, nakikita yung mga dito, na part ng body ng mga, ng mga staff niya. So sabi ko, bawal ba yan? Kasi ang target ko at that time is really Risa Hontiveros. Nasa ano siya parang anong tawag dyan, podium, nasa lectern siya at that time. So sinabi ko, bawal ba yan? Sabi niya, hindi naman sir. So pinakita ko pa lahat ng photos ni Risa. Sabi niya, okay, ganyan. Now, it happened right after I posted na ChatGPT yung source ni Risa Hontiveros. Ito kasi yung nangyari. When she talked about the two cases na she mentioned when nag-debate sila ni Marcoleta at that time, tiningnan ko sa Google, tapos hindi ko talaga hindi ko makita na ilan yung nag-votes at that time or unbank, ano ba ito siya, ganyan. Pero when I search sa ChatGPT, ganito, yung dalawang two cases na sinabi ni Risa Hontiveros are the two cases na lumabas automatically with the same explanation ni Risa Hontiveros na the first one was decided in 2008 and then it was blah 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 in 2009 with this ganyan. Kaya pinost ko, sabi ko ChatGPT ganyan. Tapos, after that, pinuntahan na ako ng security guard and they are now accusing me of taking photos daw sa mga staff niya. And when I check the page of Risa Hontiveros, I'm already blocked. So, siguro, guilty sila. So, yun, nag-viral. Ano pa ba? Sabi ni Liwayway Pelejo Angeles, ang cheap naman ng 5K lang. Exactly. And may commenter kanina na nagsasabi na they are telling me all these shits because nga they want to cover up what they are doing sa mga OFWs. Because isa ako sa nag-post na yung pupunta ata siya ng Vancouver, Canada ba yun? Or yeah, in somewhere in Canada na kung saan nagpapa-entrance siya, meet and greet daw, book signing, etc. Ano siya, artista? Ano siya, politiko na may paganyan-ganyan? So siguro, yan yung ako yung parang trigger nila parang trigger sila because hindi ako takot sa kanila. Kasi nga guys, immune ako sa siraan. Kahit siraan niyo ako everyday, wala talaga akong pakialam. Magpa-party lang ako, mag-iinom lang ako with friends. Mag-travel lang ako. Wala naman talaga akong pakialam because alam ko how PR works. Alam ko how demolition job works. So, hindi ako bago dyan. Immune na ako that. Ang na-offend lang nga ako is hindi sa paninira ni Maharlika. Mas na-offend ako because those people nga who ask for my help, 'di ba? During the election, sila pa talaga yung nag-feed ng information. Yan lang naman talaga yung problem for me. Sabi ni Ani, Jud sila lami patulan Tio Moreno. I know. They don't deserve my time actually, pero hindi ko din maintindihan kasi may manaka-convert pa din sila kahit papaano. May naniniwala pa din sa kanila kahit papaano. So I think I also have the responsibility to defend myself because who will defend me, di ba? I have only myself whom I can lean on at the end of the day. Ito sinabi ni Bernadette Balagbagan, can you please stop saying na solve it privately? Hindi siya ang nag-public ng issue. Maharlika et al. Is the one doing it. That's correct. Again, I tried resolving the problem privately. What I do not understand is the fact that the conversation I had with these people involved na umabot siya kay Maharlika. Yan yung problem. And then Maharlika publicized everything. And then even accused me that I'm extorting money from that person. Again, 5K is so cheap. Ano pa ba? Oh, thank you Erlyn Tanso for the 100 stars. Okay. Oh, La Cruiser. Hi, La Cruiser. Hi, friend. Friend watching from Italy. Hi, Tita. Tita A. Kamusta kayo dyan sa Agusan? Vice ganda, bahog ba? Garay. Data Privacy Act for sharing screenshot without consent. Isa na nga yan. Ako, marami talagang nagchichismis sa akin ha. Okay, hindi tayo dito hypocrite. Marami nagchichismis sa akin telling me about, for example, the life of this person, the life of this woman, mga ganyan-ganyan. Pero I never shared any screenshot to anyone because I respect the privacy. I also respect the confidence of that person sharing me all those things na nalaman niya about that person. What I don't understand is ito nga sila. Just because gusto nila akong siraan, wala naman akong problem sa kanila, wala akong issue, hindi ko sila inaway ever, wala kaming argument ever, wala kaming misunderstanding, wala kaming disagreement ever. Yun lang naman ang kinakagalit ko. Kasi nga, bakit nila sinisend kay Maharlika? And I thought, at first initially I really thought that they are part of the PDP Laban. So I was thinking that, oh my God, the PDP Laban is already compromised because these people exist inside or within the PDP Laban. Pero I was clarified earlier that these people are not part pala of the PDP Laban. So meaning to say, there's a big possibility that they are really the ones providing the information to Maharlika. It's because nga of their maybe ulterior motives or ill intent that they want to parang, na-distract ako, nagiging aso ako. Thank you, feeling ko may nag-send. Sino pa ba? Saan yun? Oh, thank you, tatay ni Kaside Wayne Fortuna. Shout out sa'yo dyan. Thanks for the 200 stars. Watching from Dubai, Don Ado. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all your support. Tio Moreno, baka ma-prescribe pa, di mo agad kinasuan. Hindi. Alam ko yung prescription ng crime na yan. So, relax lang dyan. Alam ko yung prescription ng crime na yan. Venevar Jan Talomor pa. Shout out, see you next week sa Abriza. Yeah, see you guys. See you next week. Ano pa? Oh, thank you to Desi for the stars. Keep the good fight of faith, Tio Moreno. See me one believer here. Oh, thank you, Kuya Boyski. Ang kilay daw ni mo. Oh, ano problem sa kilay ko? Masama ba if I had it, I have it done? Diba? The thing is, I can afford. Diba? My piece of advice from JOOSP, sabi niya, piece of advice, don't stress yourself with them kasi masisira lang mood mo. As long as you do nothing or wrong to anyone, ignore them. Actually, that is correct. Thank you for your advice. Pero, minsan din kasi, we need people to hear our sides because it's really unfair that sila lang yung pinakikinggan. Alam ko na dididmahin lang yan because I know that they are not contributing something in the political discourse now. They are not doing anything in the current political landscape. I know that, okay? I know that. But I also believe that people have to also hear my side about this story because it's not good that they are peddling and amplifying this narrative just to sira me, ganyan. So I think mga ganito na if something needs to be clarified, I think it's also necessary to do so. Yan, I'm not stressed with them ha. Again, hindi ako stressed. Nagre-prepare na nga kami because magpa-party lang kami tonight. Miggy Sazon, hello po Sir T. Hi Miggy, miss you. Sino pa? Di sila oobra kay Joey, kaya ikaw na naman ang target ng mga impacto. I know. So si Joey kasi, patola si Joey. Ang ginagawa ni Joey, pag ina-accuse nila si Joey of soliciting money, si Joey may mga resibo of their solicitation letters. Yung mga tao kasi nag-PPM kay Joey, telling Joey of yung mga accounts na ginagamit nila for their solicitation nga, for their fundraising. So parang na-stress sila. Instead of stressing Joey, sila yung na-stress kay Joey kasi hindi naman talaga sila tatantanan ni Joey. And because that tactic did not work against Joey, they are using it against me. Ako naman, deadman naman talaga ako. Again, wala akong pakialam sa paninira ni na Maharlika. Ang na-offend lang talaga ako ay yung mga tao na tinulungan ko pa. I can just book my own flight going to Davao, but it's them who insisted that they are going to pay for my ticket back to Davao. Again, all set na kasi ako naka-empake na ako, tapos uuwi na talaga ako ng Davao. But it's them who ask for my help in support to Attorney Jimmy Bondok. Minsan niya, kagabi, when I heard about the when I saw the video, I was like, oh my fucking goodness, sana hindi ko na lang ang tinulungan si Attorney Jimmy Bondok. Nakaka-disappoint because I was doing it for free. You know what? There's no free in this world. Lahat, pag may favor ka, binabayaran mo yung tao, ganyan-ganyan. But because I support the cause, but because I support the person, I did it for free. Pero nakakadismaya na may mga tao pala sa loob ng campaign ni, Attorney Jimmy na sinisiraan ako or nag-feed ng information to Maharlika just to fuel the feud between them and the Duterte supporters. Yan yung point. Shout out as well to Angelica Pondog. Angelica, awa, issue sa ilahang akong kilay. Si Angelica is actually one of my followers here. Tapos, magaling siyang magkilay. So, nag-contact siya sa akin. So, in-improve niya yung kilay ko. Pero ngayon, naging big deal sa kanila yung kilay ko. Palibhasa, 10 years of transition pa ng baklang yun, pangit pa din siya. Mas mukha pa siyang uncle kaysa akin. Ano pa ba? Basa muna ako ng comment because alas 10 na po, lalabas na po kami. Lalabas na yung mga aswang, chares. Pangit naman ang content nila, napakalayo sa credibility mo. Exactly. Ito pa, sinasabi, they are peddling the narrative na college dropout daw ako. Kung college dropout ako, bakit ako may license? Kung college dropout ako, bakit ako nag-qualify sa law school? Law school needs an undergrad degree before you can enroll. I'm not Bongbong Marcos who can fake everything, right? Wala akong power to do so. Unless, if yung mga nila, kasi chinek ko yun sa PRC, si Julius, kung may kung may license. Wala namang license. So siguro either siya yung dropout out of school youth or hindi nakapag-continue ng college. And parang, of course, mini-mirror niya yun sa akin. Para dinideflect niya yung sa akin because nga, tinik ako sa mga pinaggagawa nila sa buhay. Shout out to my friend Gerald Inglis in Valencia City. Hi to Almela Narrator Seno from Tacloban. Marami pa. So, ang daming comment. Sige, i-scroll down ko na muna. Next target nila is si Attorney Jimmy Bondoc. Out na ako niyan. Na-trauma na ako Wala na akong pakialam. Okay. Shout out to my friend, Jules Manlitok. Hello, my friend. Where are you, my friend? You should see me tonight. Ano pa? Aldo is watching. Thank you, Aldo. And also, appreciation, shout out to JD Boy Rodisio Pangko. Kasi nga, he really clarified na I did not solicit any monetary support from them. Parang siya lang yun, sa lahat ng mga taong involved sa issue na to, siya lang yung parang he stood sa facts, even if friends niya yung mga involved din. Kasi nga, ang gusto ko lang naman talaga is yung factual information ba. You can degrade me. You can degrade me. You can paint me as a villain sa mga life ninyo. But make sure that all those things, all those arguments that you are using against me are factual. Because nga, nasasaktan ako pag factual. Pero pag hindi factual yan, wala naman talaga akong pakialam. Sino pa? Baka gina-blackmail sila ni Maharlika. Possible na may mga alam si Maharlika about them, so they really need to parang provide inputs or information to Maharlika para hindi sila ma-blackmail. Pwede. Kuya Boyski, thank you again for the stars. Ano pa ba? O siya, patapos na ako, 10-4. Sige, by 10. Hindi pa naman din nag-chat yung friend ko. Sandali lang, ha? Tio, comment nimo kay Edwin Hamora na nang bash kay nga question nimo ang credibility ni Dean Chase considering his job. I don't care about the job of Dean Chase. Okay? Again hindi ako nakikipagkaibigan kay Dean Chase. The only transaction I had with him is asking for that very record that is in his, possession, because nga na fact check na tayo ng Rappler, ng Vera Files, ng Billionario, and ng Net25. May fact checking na ginawa ang mga news networks na ito. Now, if si Dean Chase, if credible talaga siya and credible yung information niya, bakit hindi niya ipapublicize? Yan lang naman yung point ko Hindi ako nakikipag-away kay Dean Chase. Wala nga akong time sa mga kalbo. Just so be clear on that issue. Okay, wala akong pakialam kay Dean Chase na yan. If gusto niya ng clout by prolonging the revelation of that document that he was able to obtain to his credible source sa California, wala na akong pakialam, because again nga, nauna na ang mainstream media na fact check na tayo. Ang sinasabi ng mainstream media, peke yung document na penipedal natin. Okay? Now, if they really care about the supporters, they will provide that document that they obtained from their reliable source inside, so that tayo ang magfa-fact check sa mainstream media. Kaso hindi niya pa nilalabas until now. Anong oras na, anong time na, anong buwan na, di ba? So again, wala akong pakialam kay Dean Chase kasi wala akong time sa mga kalbo. To Gigi Sayang, thank you for the 100 stars. And also, oh wow, thank you to Irene Clemente, 500 stars. Salamat. Salamat guys. Okay, sige, by 10 na lang. I have 3 more minutes left. Okay, shoutout lang muna. Oh, nandito pala si Secretary Mabel Acosta. Hi Sec, I hope to see you again soon. My life is kind of toxic because I'm talking about these individuals, but yeah, just dead mami lang. I just want the other side of the world to hear about the facts talaga about what has happened during that time. Okay. Hello to Ray Bonales from London, and to Floyd Pana Baker, shout out to you from Sorala, South Cotabato. They are out to destroy you, and DDS yan talaga pakay nila doon sa Peking police report. 'Di ba? Yan lang naman yan lang naman yung point ko. The only transaction I had with Dean Chase is to really ask for that document to check its legitimacy. Wala akong purpose na makipagkaibigan sa kanya or to build connection with him. Just to clarify everything. Patay ka ni Sir Sen Bato kay Kalbo. Wala akong time sa mga kalbong bakla na gumagawa ng issue. Yung mga walang ambag sa lipunan. Di ka daw nakisuyo. So ano ba dapat? Hello po, kumusta po yung trabaho mo dyan? Okay lang ba? Nakakain na ba ang mga bata? Dapat ganyan ba? No. Skincare reveal. Walang skincare po. Punta lang po kayo sa Luxmed. Again, punta lang kayo sa Luxmed. They will help you. I have a very sensitive skin. Mabilis akong mag-break out and everything because of Luxmed. Gumanyan siya. Laser lang yan. CO2 fractional. Christopher, see you soon sa Saltare? Ay, oh yeah, I don't know if i-invite nyo pa ako, Christopher. Sabihan nyo mga student council nyo dyan. If you guys are still willing to invite me, I would be there. But if not, okay lang din. Pakialam ko ba? Charot lang. Oh, thank you, Engineer JD. Fresh daw, fresh. Chika lang. Sir Tio, si Ma'am Hanilet, wag nyo na po siyang i-hate. Paran lang po kay PRRD. Thanks po. Actually guys, I already, explained this. I don't hate Hanilet. What I don't like is nagpapagamit siya kina Maharlika to peddle political narratives that are not useful or that are not contributing to the political life of the Duterte family. Ang gusto ko lang sana is tumahimik lang si Hanilet, sumuporta siya ng tahimik lang, wag na magpapa-interview, wag na magpa-video, wag na magsalita na kung ano-ano that would cause division to the Duterte supporters because it's not the right time for her to speak. Yan lang naman yung point ko kay Hanilet. I don't hate her because I don't even have any transaction or conversation or interaction with her. And I think because she showed herself publicly, so she should also be open to public criticism, and there is no wrong with that. Kinall out ko nga si Bato, kinall out ko nga si De La Rosa. Oh, kinall out ko nga si Bato, kinall out ko nga si Bongo. Okay? So, sino ba si Hanilet para hindi ko i-call out? Again, we have the right to call out. Hindi ko naman inatake yung personal life niya talaga. What I want her to do is to really be awakened and be enlightened of what is truly happening on the ground. Because nga ang kawawa is yung mga Duterte na nasa politics ngayon. That's why I'm asking if ano ba ang role ni Hanilet sa politics? Why are we even talking about her? Why are we even talking about Kitty? Kitty is a model. Wala siya sa politika. Nag-aaral pa si Kitty. Why are we including them in the conversation? Why are we talking about their personal lives? So if you guys don't understand what I was talking about at that time during the issue ni Hanilet, then that's no longer my problem. It's beyond my control. So dapat kayo na ang mag-umintindi. Because again if you don't want the people who are close to PRRD to be called out by the supporters, you are blind fanatics. You are blind followers. You are not seeing the bigger cause. You are not seeing the bigger battle ba that we are facing. So ngayon, I'm just so happy lang na nanalo tayo sa impeachment. So hindi regardless of the political maneuver na ginagawa ng different groups just to bring VP Sara down, it did not succeed. So okay na yon. Pero yan, when it comes to Tatay Digong, tahimik lang sana, di ba? Let the lawyers do their job and trust VP Sara because VP Sara knows what is happening. VP Sara kasi, yung connection niya kay Tatay Digong is nasa politics and also nasa legal aspect and personal aspect. Ang sa kay Hanilet, ang connection niya is yung personal aspect lang kay Tatay Digong. Hanilet has nothing to do with the politics. Ano ba ang power ni Hanilet? Can she do negotiations ba sa mga tao na nasa politika ngayon just to bring Tatay Digong home? Hindi. That's why I'm calling her out because I want her to do what is right. Okay? Because dahil nga kung walang magko-call out, hindi yan hindi yan ma-enlighten. Okay? So sa mga followers ni Madam Hanilet and to the people who perfectly understand what I am talking about right now, then please amplify the same message. Kasi nagkakaleche-leche pag maraming pag maraming bida. Ang bida lang dapat dito ay si Tatay Digong. Pero yung mga yung mga minions ni Harlika, they are making it appear as if I am hating Hanilet talaga and Kitty. Kasi nga ang target nila is yung personal life. Ang sinasabi ko lang, wag na natin pag-usapan ang mga personal life ng mga taong ito because just like you guys, just like me, just like every one of us, may mga pangyayari din sa personal life natin na we don't want other people to talk about or we don't want the public to consume. Yan lang naman yun. I think na-enlighten na rin yata si Kitty after Baste posted about the issue nila. Kaso si Hanilet talaga di tumitigil, hindi talaga makakatulong kay Tatay yung ginagawa niya. O diba, hindi ako may sabi nito pero I think you are right. Kasi nga after what happened, after nag-call out si Baste, tumahimik na si Kitty, nag-focus na lang siya sa pagiging model niya, sa pag-aaral niya. I understand the pain, I understand the emotional toll that is currently going on sa puso at sa isip ni Hanilet. But the thing is, our emotions are very deceptive. So if we let our heart rule over our head, we will not achieve our goals. Kaya nga dapat matalino lang tayo, huwag tayong maging emotional. Kasi pag emotional tayo, yan yung target ng kalaban para manghina tayo as a group and manghina yung cause natin to bring Tatay Digong home. Yan lang naman. So if you guys don't understand my point, it's not my responsibility anymore. I have my own brain to think and I think I'm a very rational person to assess everything if what is good for the Duterte family and what is good for you guys as supporters din. Yon. So, I'm not gonna stay long. Thank you so much for watching and thank you to everyone who sent stars. Thank you so much. And to everyone who are still here supporting me, even all the despite the paninira ni na Maharlika, Edwin Hamora, at yung mga groups nila, thank you. I know you guys are solid talaga, and I know that you guys understand very very well who are telling the truth, because at the end of the day talaga guys, walang sa Bisaya pa, walay aso nga makumkum. The truth would definitely come out, and when that time comes guys, balikan nyo ako and sabihin nyo akong mali ako, because one of these days si VP Sara na ang atakihin ng lahat ng yan. Tapos na sila tapos na sila sa supporters, tapos na sila, and they are now starting to parang flip the narrative towards discussing Martin Romualdez. Dinidiscuss na nila ang speeches ni Martin Romualdez, loaded daw, ganito ang mga points. So they are now starting building the narrative. I know that because for how many years I work as a PR, and hindi ko yan tinatago because yan naman talaga ang trabaho ko before, okay? So alam ko yan na narrative building na sila, because pero lumang lumang strategy ang ginagawa nila. Ang ginagawa nila is to attack the people. What they don't understand is may social media na ngayon. Before, effective yan. Sa mainstream media, siraan mo yung kalaban mo, masisira yan before. That's the PR before. Yan yung takbo ng PR before. Pero now, because of social media, naging na yung public opinions, iba-iba na. Kahit nga mga walang alam, they have all the right to express their opinions online. So iba na ang laban ngayon. So just be vigilant and just be rational in assessing everything guys. And thank you so much for the support. Laban lang tayo para sa Diyos, bayan at bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Sukran.